Oh. Turn that down a bit. Oh, it's probably... Yeah, it's probably just my desktop speakers that are too high. That's why I can't hear myself. Hello, hello. Uh-oh, dropped frames. OBS is probably fine. Hello, welcome in everyone. Mac, Liari, Day, Azure Side. GQ is getting that too. I mean, mine's fine right now. We'll see if it goes up later. We're at 3132 dropped frames over the course of the stream. It could have just been one dip for a while. Minigame. The minigame, I've fleshed out the terrain significantly. Twitch is having server issues, that's confirmed? Okay. Well, that's good to know. Oh, I just dropped 200 frames, which is not a lot. Oh, there's another 100 dropped. Whoa, dropped frames. If I keep moving around, I can detect the dropped frames more easily. Hey, Al, welcome in. I guess we're gonna make a plane tonight? As it stands, this moves a little bit, it feels a little slow in some places, but not in others. I guess you just need more things moving close to you to make it feel faster, right? Just have more of this to avoid. But it's not meant to be like a, ooh, you gotta move fast kind of minigame. I suppose so, go for it, yeah. And then the big waterfall. Ooh. And then there's going to be a photographer stationed in this balloon. And so about this point, you'll see a little flash. And that'll be a little funny gag for later. That was GQ's idea. I do want some parts of this to move faster. Flash photography. Flash. Also, I don't think these will be coins. That tree is too close. Okay, and that's the end of it. And then the idea is that you crash, and so we'll just kind of fade out or something. Just scoot this guy a little bit further out of the way. Yeah, I think we're gonna replace the coins with, I don't know, like little point balloons or something, like little balloons that have, I don't know, like a point value on them, and the idea is like collect as many of the little balloons as you can, and then you lose points for hitting things, and then that's it. You get to the end. And at the gift shop, there's going to be a gift shop. Yeah, let's do that. At the gift shop at the end, you'll get a free reward based on how many points you earned. What did you get in Mario RPG for Midas River? You get the Knock Knock shell just for finishing, regardless of your points. And then it's just frog coins for bonus. And then every time you redo it, it's frog coins if you beat your last score. And that's what, so getting 60 coins, I think, is the threshold for the Knock Knock shell. And so what you gotta do, get 60 coins the first time, and then every other time, count the coins and increase by just one. Don't wreck your high score. It's just easy early game frog coins. You know, for all those easy early game places where you can spend frog coins. It's not any frog coin places to spend in the early game. What is the deal with that? No, wait. Can't you buy something at Tadpole Pond? Like the good stuff is not until you get to Seaside Town. Oh, a little bit of thunder. Ah, yeah, there she goes. I'll be back. I'm back. Hello. Hello, hello. Let's see here. What did they change on that? On the Mac. What did they change on the Whack-A-Mole game? I didn't really do that one a lot. I don't really remember. Ooh. OBS is complaining, but the little stream preview seems, for the most part, fine. Like, bobbing around, not seeing any problems. Like, it's saying frames are being dropped. I'm keeping an eye on the motion, and it seems smooth. I don't know. It seems fine. Yeah, let's have little balloons to pop. Well, that's just GQ stream in general, isn't it? All right, so let's change this from coin formation to jungle minigame balloon, and also change the name to jungle minigame balloon. Now, how are we going to deal with the... Music? Oh, it was just a really long fade out. Okay. So let's add a balloon. Something like that. About the same size, but we're gonna edit the textures. Oh, cool. I believe this one would be the one we want here. So if we paste this, yeah, we can make it more of a red balloon all over. And we could maybe paste a decal on it. I don't know what the decal would be. What graffitis do we have? Let's see if any of those would work. Hello, Dooku. Thank you for the lizards. Could be a target. A target. Let's get that going. All right, new image, 200 by 200, perfect. Just a quick and dirty target. Crosshair or like probably a target, right? Well, see, that doesn't work as much, does it, though? Since it's already a red balloon. Okay, let's do this. Let's do circle. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay, interesting. Sure, something like that. But then we're going to trace over that with more freeform. This is probably too much, isn't it? Yeah, let's just do like this. Mouse drawing. Okay, but then take that and color that white. Save that in here as target. And then take that and put it in, nope, not the Blender folder. Take the geometry folder. Add our target to it. Add decal. With this as the texture albedo. That's cool in of itself, but not what we're going for. Okay, change this to 1. Right? That's not bad. It's not bad. I would hit that for points. Balloon. Yeah, that looks like I need to hit that for points. Exactly. Let's wrap these in a Node 3D balloon container so that we can make it bob up and down. Loop, play. Should I see about maybe the scale of it? Always more of this. Let's see here. Like this, yeah. It's kind of a little bit of This is good. Well, if I'm doing that, then it should also, blob out, shouldn't it? Yeah, that's good. Okay. And it needs collision. Polydoop. It needs a collision zone so it can actually be popped. Let's see how this looks now. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. We could have, perhaps, multiple point versions. Like, oh, this one's worth 3 points if you get it. Ooh, bet you want that. Yeah, this is fun and silly, and I like it. This is very good. Okay. Yeah, it would not be hard to change this to the blue texture. There will need to be some kind of area 3D. Oh, that's got to be under the balloon container. Or I mean, not necessarily, right? Like, yeah, it bobs around a bit, but it's not going to be a big deal. Okay, give it a fairly forgiving hitbox. Okay, so as this plays, yeah, the hitbox is still all there. That's fine. John Madden. Hey-oh. I told you about the moon, bro. All right, let's do a new inherited scene. And call this a triple.
John Madden, you. You.
All right, that was all right. That was all right. Flight minigame, triple. All right, red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Or should it be... Should it be... Make unique, but then copy and paste it to all these. And now I can address this one individually. Perhaps... Nope, I cannot. Okay, I'll have to copy it and paste it elsewise. Perhaps a nice golden luster. Ooh, yeah, metallic. Very, very metallic. I know that game! Okay, copy. Paste. Gold banana. See, I was originally thinking blue. Beach Mouch. But I think gold more immediately reads as, okay, that one's better. That one's better somehow. Get that one. Okay, I guess next thing we want to do is add movement. Like just generic movement to our minigame. So our script needs to include the plane, which is apparently here. This is the plane, not this. What are we doing? Legend of Zelda items. I mean, there is a book, but yeah. I know it. I know it. I'm like 80% sure. Let's look at the player movement. Or is it the character body movement? I guess it is the player movement script. Wand of Magic. No. There's... Al's on the right track. The other consonant that you know, I think, might give it away. Here we go. Velocity. Get input direction. We'll probably lock that in some kind of if-else block. Cane of Pain. Obviously, it's Cane Apache. Doctor, I am Pachi. How many doctors have been in Zelda games? Like, not just like, oh, I'm the professor character. I'm this game's professor. I have science things, but like medical doctor. How often has medical doctor come up in Zelda games? Hey, Small. Welcome in. It's going good. We're working on our Pilot Wings mini game that's going to show up in Chapter 2 for some reason, because that's just the natural flow of things. We played Chapter 7 yet? Oh man, you're going to love Chapter 7. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to have to get really good at art. Oh, that reminds me. Okay. So the dumb bit. Is there a hidden Chapter 9? Act 9. The game keeps going. Chapter 6 is going to be funny. Chapter 6 is going to be kind of funny. And the environment's going to be like, oh, huh. I wouldn't have expected that as an environment. Very interesting. Okay, let's see where this goes. And it's going to be fun to make. Chapter 3 is going to be water level? No. That's going to be Chapter 5. But don't worry, it'll be fine. I'm gonna do water level, but in a way that you don't have to do swimming. So it's fine. Let's see here. Convert Dabble into a mini sub. Perfect. I think it's gonna be you kind of reset, make you walk really slow. Perfect. All right, let's just start this and we'll do some live coding while it's running. Okay. So we fly. Let's see here. Plane dot position. What is the plane? Yeah, plane position is 0 right now. Plus equals input direction times delta. Yeah, just give me the straight up. Oh, didn't like that because it's a vector 2. Oh yeah. Okay. That's fair. we do it in 2 lines, or do we do it as a single line, but we make a new vector out of the yeah, let's just do this. Plane position x, input direction x, plane position y, input direction y. Simple. Vector 2. I don't want a vector 2, I want a vector 3. Okay, so this should let us, yeah. We need to invert. Oh wait, no we don't. No, we do want down pulls you up. We need a speed variable so that we can adjust that on the fly. Plane speed, plane speed, I don't know. Speed is fine. Let's say 3. Keep it consistent. Pull up. This will probably feel a lot better on a joystick than with keyboard, honestly. And then you gotta dodge things. Okay, and I need to actually stop you. What a weirdo. What a silly idea that is. Yeah, these areas where there's not much to do, they're going to be much improved by just having balloons to pop. That's going to make it a lot better. Pull up. Let's see. Probably need like an archway, maybe, to go under. I'm in the water. Let's see. So we need some limits on here. So you just give it like a min and a max, right? Let's say 4. I don't know. And then Y, maybe 3. And then we need it to like, you know, tilt as we move. Okay, 3 is probably good, but 4 is not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we want to go 6. 6 sounds good. And then we also want to lerp. It's a posy party. Lerp back towards 0 at a very low rate. Let's do that with Y as well and see what happens. That was a good cat. So when you're not holding it down, it's gonna... Ooh, did something wrong there. Hello, GQ. Oh, I see what I did wrong there. It needs to be weaker. See, this is nice because you get kind of like a soft limit. You just can't go very far to the side. You kind of always bend back down, but the top, I need it to pull harder. So we have a hard limit, but also kind of a soft limit. Let's make that. How was your stream, GQ? To a superior capsule. Yes, yes. Let's increase the plane's speed. Give it a little bit more force. This seems fine. That's what I hear. Meanwhile, mine is doing great. I was looking over to see if I still had that old joke scene where I faked a loading circle for fun. Pop. 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 See, it's kind of fun to pop balloons in a plane, right? We need a good plane, but still. He did what? No. A classic. I could do that. Could do that. That would not be hard. GQ, I did get the waterfall specifically for the bit of the camera flash. You know, let me fast forward through this. Not that I have a fake fast forward, you know, I don't have speed control buttons or anything. So you go down a river. I think this is looking kind of cool. This is certainly different from anything else in the game. And then you get to the end of the river. It's like, where's the rest of the river? Where's the rest of the river? Whoa! And then stationed in this balloon will be the photographer. And you'll still be popping balloons on the way down. Maybe this section goes a little bit faster. I need to ramp up a waterfall noise that gets louder as you go towards the bottom. Well, maybe it can just kind of be at a set volume, and then right here we start to fade it out. Balloon pop, balloon pop, balloon pop. Okay, let's make it tilt. So it's gonna be that the tilt, it lerps up towards one way or another when you are holding the button. And then when you release the button, it slowly lerps back. So we want plane.rotation. Z. We're going to start by lerping it towards 0. And then towards input direction X. Oh no, I can just do input direction X, because when you let go of it, it's gonna... Let's see what that does. Does this even tilt the right way? Nope. Negative that. There we go. It's a little bit much. You do get limited at the side of the screen. So then we also need to X rotation is going to be the Y vector. If we slurp it, slurp. Nope, backwards. Yeah, I think this is kind of what we want. The exact value may be a little bit off. I think the the X tilt, we can chill out a bit. Yeah, that's a good tilt. Slurp. Hi, Cammy. Slurp. Okay. This is a really involved minigame. What am I doing with myself here? Okay. What next? Plane or manage balloon pop logic? And we can have a little balloon icon to indicate our point count. Interslurpation. Interslurpation. That's a rough one. Posey. Chill. Let's do, let's handle the balloon popping. Pop, pop, pop. We'll need a nice little pop sound, of course. So our plane needs... character body? That can detect the areas and probably also the collisions with solidity. We're gonna see how well this works. I'm gonna put a secondary triangle here. Collision shape. Give it a capsule. Per Dupu's request. It was him. Okay. So we have a character body now. How is this gonna work? With I do want to lock angle. Because I basically just want something that can detect collision with solid, but not actually be... So this will be easy. To detect the area, but this, how does this work? Will that detect colliding? Maybe. Possibly. We just can't tell for sure, can we? Let's find out. Let's see what we can do here. Node. Isn't there like a... It's gotta be some kind of... something we can listen for. Is on wall. Test. Print test. I don't know if this will work. Like, is this good enough? Will this get us get away? Let us get away with just detecting solidity. No. Unless the balloons don't actually have solidity yet. Well, I'm pretty sure the trees do, so that's out. Character body solidity turned on, maybe? It is turned on, okay. Oh, because we're not using move and slide? That might be it. Move and collide. Oh, wait. Hang on. Oh, good. a koala with a little vest to be the photographer and a hat. Maybe not the photographer, but the one in the booth selling the photograph. Key distinction. Little Crocodile Dundee hat. Struth. Move and slide is going to affect stuff. But I don't want it to actually move as a result. Oh, that did, okay, hang on, that did move. Okay, cool. Okay, we can detect that then. But then we want to move character body back. No, I did not. You want me to go get it? You want me to go get stapler and tape, or? Okay. There was a situation. We needed some adhesive, but it was taken care of already. Okay. So we need to move the character body back to 0 at that point. And this is our hit solid. This is also kind of our damage check. So I guess that means that the big balloons don't have solidity yet. They sure don't. They sure don't. Okay. Hello, Zoom. Adhesive emergency is in fact solved. No. Uh-oh, did this change? Did this change back somehow? No, wait. I had this as gold. What happened to it? All the materials are gone. That's weird. What happened to that? That was weird. This was 0.9. Roughness was 0.1. I think that was it. All right, let's just save this texture. Gold, balloon, texture. Just to make sure we don't lose it again. And that makes it easier to edit, admittedly. Yeah, that's like obviously worth more than just your regular balloon. Brown bricks. Where are my brown bricks? They were right here. So we need to make a new scene for the balloon. Jungle, light, solid, balloon. And all I really need to do for it is give it like an approximate solidity. So this is going to be we're going to make it static. We're going to give it a sphere to start with. No, you know what? You know what? No. We're going to do this a different way. We're going to do CSG polygon. Brown bricks. Where are my brown bricks? No. No. They were right here. My ham. Okay, then we take this set to 0. And this set to 0. Okay, so now we have a solid slice, and we're going to change it to a spin. Boom. A more or less perfect collider. That's good enough. That's definitely good enough. That's the best clips. Hey Tech, welcome in. You would think so, Al, but have you seen a tag? I'm just reading back through the comments. I can't read them out loud. We have company. Okay, that one probably won't be an issue. No, we needed the Tony box. It's such a weird thing.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? As much wood as a woodchuck could chuck, if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Oh, 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 awooga. The Tony box, yeah, it is very, very good to have.
Brown bricks. So, the family-friendly tag guy, that was from... They were from another community. The magnet tiles now. Thank you. We're juggling a bit tonight. The family-friendly streamer guy. Because Zoom wanted to hear the story. That's all. Welcome in, Devious Oatmeal. I should really put that command on a timer or something so that people can actually see it without having to make effort. This is going to be such a weirdly in-depth minigame. You can't reach that one. We'll move that. So the first area will just be kind of to get the feel of things. Then bonk, bonk. We'll disable input Yeah, no, I got an invite to a Discord ages ago by a Mario Maker guy who we're kind of like tangentially associated with. It invited me to a Discord for family-friendly streamers, and I explained to him, I'll check it out. I'm not really a family-friendly streamer officially, but I mean, sure, I'll join your Discord, whatever. And now I'm curious if that. I'm still on it, I'm sure. Maybe? Actually, no, I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. I wonder if it dissolved. Or if I'm just walking right past it. Weird. Yeah. So through that channel, or through that Discord, I met a few other streamers. I was like, oh, some of these guys seem all right. I'll hang out in their streams a little bit. One of them actually did Mario Maker as well, so I kind of, would take some of his world records here and there, and the usual Mario Maker rivalry stuff. And some of his community would occasionally come over and visit my stream, because I would sometimes do Mario Maker. I always did Mario Maker back in the day, so I would see them a lot. And that's where this individual in place comes in. Maybe a year or two after I had not really been doing Mario Maker and switched over to other games, this one viewer comes in from the other community while I'm playing. I don't even remember what I was playing. Something very generic, very family friendly. And he asks, "Hey, where's your family friendly tag?" And I'm like, I don't think I ever had one. I'm not really officially a family-friendly streamer, so he's like, no, I only follow family-friendly streams, so you had to have had the tag. Did you remove it because you wanted to appeal to a wider audience? It's like, no, dude, I genuinely just didn't have it. Sorry. I don't know, maybe, are there like auto-applied tags, like how Twitch applies an English tag to streams? Because I don't know, I didn't do that. Sorry. And yeah, that was the interaction, and it was really weird and off-putting. But that is how it went down. So that's the tale of family-friendly tag guy. What a weird interaction. What a weird interaction that was. Okay. The balloons need... Speaking of interaction. But anyway, so about that family-friendly tag. It went on for a really long time. A back and forth of like, no, I didn't have one. It's like, you had to have. I only follow... Yeah. Where's your cool dupe tag? All right, so this little area here, we're gonna add a listener, which means we need to have a script, which means since we're gonna have different point values, we're gonna have point value default 1, and then we're gonna give an area 3D here. We need a pop sound at some point. I don't think we have a good pop sound effect. We don't. I don't think I've ever removed a single tag. I'm sure I have, because I used to have tags when we did long plays of Factorio. I would specify whether or not it was modded. We do body entered tag here. And I think we don't even have to check what body entered, because there's only one body that will enter this, and it is the player. So if that happens, the balloon pops. For now, that's just going to be delete it. That's it. Game balloon triple is going to have the same script, but we're going to set the point value to 3. We're not doing anything with the point value yet, but we will. So let's see if these balloons pop when I run into them. Pop. Yay. Look at that. I'm a video game developer. That third one still too high. I think that I'm not sure about this, but I might want to do a Star Fox speech bubble gag. Like a little, and then the pilot's face pops up, and like, but he's like front facing horse face. And he makes some kind of gibberish noise and just says something not super consequential, like, hang on tight, here we go. Or pull up. And, you know, just enough where it's like, okay, yeah, all right, I get it. Very cute, very cute. And then we move on. In fact, I need to remember that so much that I'm gonna actually add it to the to-do here. Star Fox text box joke. Not again. Man, there's so many opportunities ripe for the bit making. Okay, next up, we have that you can hit solid, but we don't have anything that happens when you hit a solid object. Yes, we need for the plane to blink. Oh wait, we already have plane. Okay, so we need a iframes. Iframes timer equals 0. If iframes timer is greater than 0, iframes timer equals approach. Isn't there a move toward? Move from iframes timer towards 0 by delta. This is a one-liner that basically gets me. I can drop this completely. So this is just going to reduce towards 0. Do not go past 0. Move toward. What a weird little helper function. Well, yeah, that's a good point. Like, imagine we just reuse it, but with like a different plane, a different environment, different poppables, but it's underwater in a submarine, or it's in space in a little rocket, you know, etc. That would be nice if we can reuse it for as much effort as we're putting in. Really, I feel like the code is not bad. It's this took a lot of work though. And it's not even that good. It's really just kind of like, you know, well, I mean, of course, it's a video game. It looks okay from a specific angle, and I got to pick the angle. But then you also get these like massive blobs of uninterrupted flat extruded wall, which hopefully you won't be looking at because you'll be dodging rocks. Only I have the gears to rule the dream machine. All right, let's do if the iframes timer is on. I've got a iframes timer for, is it under actor base? Yes, it is. Okay, there it is, right here. We take the iframe timer. Plane dot visible. We do an F mod. Float mod. There's a separate function for float modulo. GDScript has some weird operator strangeness. You have to use a specific function if you're going to do float modulation. Pause mod I get to a certain degree. Pause mod is what I feel like modulo arithmetic should always do. Which is that, like, if I'm doing, let's say mod 10, 11 goes to 1, 27 goes to 7, 30 goes to 0. I feel like the default behavior of modulo should be -2 goes to 8. But no, that's not how default modulo arithmetic works, and I think that's silly. That's a lot of parties. That's gonna be going for a bit. Great. These last like 30 seconds or so. All right, yeah, bring him in. Yeah, sure. Start the clock. Brown bricks. If you get hit, iframes for 1 second. .5 seconds. We had that. All right, so let's see. So if I hit something, oh, it's not. Is it not detecting it, or? Huh. Iframes timer. 1.5. Moves by. Oh, there we go. Oh, but then I always need it to... Okay, the balloon just didn't seem solid. Oh, the balloon's not solid yet. I didn't turn the solidity actually on the balloon. Collider needs to actually use collision. Well, that'll do it. Oh, gosh. I need to turn that down. That gives me a heart attack every single time. Hi, Chip. Thank you for the raid, Big Boy Games Official. It's going pretty well, yeah. No, things are good. This is set to use collision. So why didn't it collide with the tree? I don't know. Oh, these don't have collision, though. These need collision. Welcome in. We're working on Paper Robot, as I'm sure you know. The Paper Mario-like. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm working on a way over-the-top minigame in Chapter 2. finally paying off, Tupu. Oh yeah, the Mr. Pibbs. I'm not gonna explain it. I'm not gonna explain it. That's on you, chat. If this is anybody's fault, it's yours. So it's vaguely going to be. Oops, I launched the wrong scene. It is vaguely going to be a Rails, on Rails, Star Fox. Oh, thank you, Dupu. That's what we needed. We needed more. We needed more of this. So it's just going to be pop balloons. There's no animation for them yet. Avoid obstacles. Pow. Oh, no. You get it. You get it. Gain points, lose points. Except you're going to be on a really crummy glider piloted by a horse. It makes more sense in context. Will the lizards be in the lizards are in the game, Dupu. They were in Pinball Roll-Up. Pinball Roll-Up. And no one ever noticed the secret lizard party. Welcome in, K-Mac. Add a lizard to this scene, just one tiny little lizard. Blink and you miss it. Like Big the Cat in Sonic Adventure 2, where he's just kind of standing off to the side in every level for some reason. Okay, get rid of this. I do want this to always happen. Oh, you did, okay. The secret lizard, lizard gathering. Pinball roll-up. Pinball roll-up. What a dumb joke game that was. Let's see here. Hang on, we're re-importing assets. Pinball roll-up. Pinball roll-up. Original game. We gotta get those potatoes. Is it? I didn't know there was a new one. This was a fun little side project. Just go for the plants real quick. I don't know if it's worth it. The only reason this game was possible is because I already had a lot of these models done. And it was also very easy to make the ones that I didn't already have. There we go. Good enough. Not good enough for the barn, but... There we go. All right. Silly game. Silly game. Inscribed on the rings. Family friendly. All right. So So we have the eye timer. We need... What do we need? Game. This needs to be solid. Apparently it's not. Can you do a CSG cone? You can do a cone. Okay, good. Oh, but it's just a cone. So you gotta be... Oh, that's gonna be tricky then. Is that containing it entirely? Yes, I'd say so. So we turn collision on. We copy. We paste. Nope, nope, nope. Copy this. Paste here. There we go. Hide, hide. Thank you, Zoo. It is, because I'm a legendary streamer. Boy, we've had that for a while. Y'all. I guess I added that when we were doing Space Age. Man, I keep wanting to play more Factorio. But you know the rules. So do I. No Factorio. Or else. This can use collision. Don't go too far in the water or you'll crash. Okay, if iframes are on, this is an easy one. If iframes are on, then input direction is 0. We're going to override it with 0. It's going to be as though you've lost control temporarily. We still need to actually make the plane. Yeah, that works. That works. And maybe I'll wiggle the rotation a bit, right? The Z rotation. Plus equals the sign of the iframes timer times 3. Some kind of Pikachu. Oh, geez. Okay. Ooh. That's not what I wanted. Equals. Equals. Oh, there's no solidity there? There we go. I guess if iframes timer is greater than 0, then lerp from plane rotation Z to that with a pretty hefty weight. That might be better. Oh, he's flying the plane. Yeah, that works. That works. Now wait, hang on. So right here though, no solidity. Here, solidity. All right, how did I manage to pull that one off? It certainly looks like it has collision turned on. Because I've stretched it to a ridiculous degree. It sure looks like it has collision on. Okay, so this is the one. No, just passes right through it. And that time it passed through that one as well for some reason. That's scary. Huh. Collision layer looks good. Ah, all right. Weird. Let's just move these out of here for now then. How about that? Maybe it's something with the mesh stretching or something. Okay, so here we go. No, we're just not hitting anything at all. That one's fine. That hits, that hits, that hits. Good. Huh. Why is this branch not getting hit? Scale is a little weird. All right, let's try this. What if the reason is due to weird scaling? Okay, this is an approach. We'll try this. What is going on here in chat here? All right, so, okay, yeah. I guess something about non-uniform, it's gotta be the non-uniform scaling then. hold on, let me get something up here. Do, 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 do. This is what we need. This is perfect. All right. Hold on, it's loading. It's loading. There shouldn't be anything for it to load. It's such a small project. Perfect. Do this. Yeah. All right, there you go. Occupy yourselves with this for a bit. I will be back.
Brown bricks.
My block!
I'm back. Hello, hello. I'm gonna have to turn this off so I can get back to work on this. We got a video game to make. Well, that's on you then. Aim better. Come on, come on. Wrap it up. Even bought a wizard. Dave's discount divination. Alright, we'll let it play through. I'm gonna end it now. It'd be really funny. We could have come back. We could have come back. And no. Okay, so we've learned when the CSG is and mesh. This is interesting. Mesh, no, collision shape calls it out. It actually calls out, hey, you've got this scaled non-uniformly. It's our engine doesn't play nice with that. you should find a better way to do it because something's gonna go wrong. But the CSG does not call that out, even though it also acts as a collider. That's really interesting. It's good to know that that's a little gotcha. I'm gonna take this path and I'm gonna copy it over to the terrain scene because that's gonna make it easier for me to see the path when I'm placing items on the terrain scene. Okay. So what did we do? We did iframes. We made it so the plane wiggles and blinks when you've taken damage. That'll be really easy to inject a oops, you took damage kind of sound. So all of these require you being up, don't they? Yeah. Your default is somewhere around the middle of the screen. So really, we probably want to take all of these here. Bring them down a bit. Oh yeah, we're losing frames. Losing frames bad. Now I think Day mentioned GQ was having issues, but that's just kind of GQ's default. Or Mac mentioned. I wonder if there's anything on the Twitch server status page yet about this. It doesn't say there is, but I mean, if there's server-wide issues, it's something they have not detected. Snail should be stripped of all points. Stream was stable during the minigame. Well, that's good. We'll take what we can get. Let's... Gosh, we don't have a ton of time left. I think we need to make a plane. And I want it to be a biplane. This looks good. All right, let's see how well we can do in Blender. Let's make a biplane. Let's take to the skies. Incredible. Okay, so we need... Oh boy, all right. So this will be the front view. And then we need to, what is it? Let's duplicate, okay, we can just copy paste. Delete this, delete this. Rotate around the z-axis by 90 degrees. For the side view. Is that lined up? Oh, we should line it up based on the ground, right? Oh, wait. Oh, that's rotated. That's rotated. Okay, interesting. Okay, aim for the wheels then. Line the wheels up with the wheels. Looks good to me. And then we need another one. Rotate it around the x-axis. Okay, so we're oh, no, hang on. Yeah, keep it that way. Okay, right? Something like that. Front of the plane, right there. Right up with the front of the propeller. Right there. Okay. This is a little bit of a silly way of doing it, maybe, but it's fine. Okay. Cool. Here we go, I guess. All right, let's, I guess we'd start with the cylinder here. And then Earthbound. Okay. That's a great start, honestly. But it's thinner. Than it is tall, so it's not perfectly rounded. Let's see here. Yeah. It is definitely more skinny. Space. So scale on the x-axis down a bit to thin it up a bit. Brown bricks. It's a great start. We're going to use this. We're not going to perfectly model this. We're going to use it as a good starting point, but obviously we're not going to 100% match this exact airplane. Oh, that's a mirror modifier just waiting to happen, isn't it? Mirror. Along the x-axis. Yes, please. Yeah. Are we just searching for commands? Is that what's going on here? Oh yeah, that is almost the same setup there. It's a little bit different. Okay. Well, that looks very different from this direction, doesn't it? Why does it look so different now? Whatever. It just does, don't worry about it. Oh, snap. Oh, I see the problem here. Well, dang. I don't know how I screwed that up so bad. Somehow I did not grab the whole object. I grabbed just a face. Okay, try that again. Extrude the whole thing this time. Oh, and you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. Because it's gonna angle in. Yeah. Well, you know what? That's fine. Because it's probably gonna look like that to some degree anyway. So sure, just copy it. Copy it and leave it there. Okay, that looks a lot more reasonable. Okay, and that gives us a little bit more insight on the direction that this should take looking down. Let's Alt-Z. Cool, cool. Look at that. Not quite symmetric somehow. Okay, this one. Cool. That's looking, yeah, that's looking all right. That's looking all right. Okay. Rear fin. Make it a cube. Make it a mirror. Right, because there's a fin. Realistically, we have one coming out the back upwards and then one on either side. So let's go. Kind of want to move this. No, this one. Camel tree. I have my own version of camel tree that I made. I made my own. It's not going to work well on Firefox, FYI. It's only going to work all right on Chrome. But yeah, I made it. I made it myself because I was like, I remember that game. I wonder if I could make this in, what did I use? Box.js was the physics engine I used. And you know what? Worked out all right. Keeps coming up. Everything's coming up camel tree. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. If Photon saw this, he would just die. He would hate this. Why was it camel themed? I don't know. I don't know. Very peculiar. Okay. So this is gonna be kind of like this. Extrude out. This goes way up here. Extrude out again. Give it a more or less honest try. An honest camel try? I don't think that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. Okay, okay. Oh, was he eating stuffing? Oh yeah, little green bits. I don't think I want Photon to know about this. Wait, why is it not? Okay, there we go. And then do an inset. And then extrude, Alt S, I think. There we go. That'll just need to be careful on the materials. All right. It's coming together. We need supports. It looks like to attach axle and landing gear. That's probably got way too much geometry on it, but it's fine. Let's go for much smaller, much less geometry. 6. 6 is probably fine. Kind of hitting the mini games a little hard tonight. That should work. Does that look okay from this? Yeah, it's fine. Nails should be treated as bad luck. So that connects down to the axle somehow. I don't know exactly how. Oh, I see it. I've also got a perspective picture here. Oh, okay. Hang on. Did this a little bit wrong then. Because not only is it like that, technically, it's got this kind of thing going on. Which the picture does kind of show in the side view. And then basically a copy of that. Oops. How do we get 2 here? Just need 4. Oh, because the mirror. I see. Kind of like that, but it's supposed to go through the... Oh yeah, that's very wrong on that angle. It's pretty much coming flat out. Yeah. Kind of like that. Can I hide this wheel, please? There we go. Does that actually reach the bottom there? Yeah, close enough. Hits the underside of the wing. Okay, and we get by with 6 decent supports. Connecting top and bottom. We're just gonna go cube, but we're gonna shade it smooth. Okay. And from the side, it's apparently going to be more like this. Well, that looks fine. Mirror that against this. Great. Again. I guess we just need one further back, right? That looks all right. And then those two get copied. Did I just delete something important? Maybe. Maybe I did. Who can say? Okay, so now these two need versions. Very much in line with the main chassis. That looks fine. That looks fine. I feel like this wing, I feel like this needs to be higher up, or this needs to be squished down more, just to fit the design we're making. Or maybe what we need is more out support there and here. Okay, I think we can, for now. That's not bad. That's not a bad biplane. It'll still need a propeller and everything. But I think we got something going on here. What we don't have yet is seats. And also this is still very, I want to round this out a bit. That may not be entirely accurate, but I think it would look good. So this one is too. There we go. Oh, but now that. Can't quite get a smooth line. There we go. All right, we'll figure out the propeller. It's an awkward shape, propeller. How does this even... This doesn't even really show it. I'll see what I can do, though. Okay, so it's kind of... Let's just start with a box. Oh, reliable. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to make this work at all. First off, pretty well flat. It doesn't need to be perfect, also. Let's keep that in mind. So there will be some kind of cylinder in the front, acting as like a little cover. It sort of like twists in an interesting way. Okay, I can assume this is the, kind of like this. That looks pretty bad. Ah, the Tingle Tuner. Okay, shading smooth actually does help it a tremendous amount, weirdly. So that's good. Okay, so we want to copy paste. Then I want to rotate it 180 degrees. Flop the other one over here. Add a cylinder. This one can be 12. Rotate around X. Rotate around X. Scale down. Plop it right there. And then, yeah, sure. That's it. Okay. Get the cockpit. And passenger seat. How are Cat and Dabble and a horse all fitting in there? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, this we probably needs to do some Boolean magic. Like a cylinder? But then stretched out like that. Maybe a little smaller. And Boolean with that. works. Yeah, like I'm okay with that. And then a second one, but slightly smaller. And so this needs a second Boolean. Horse. There we go. And that's it, right? Maybe a little seat here. Which will also use the Boolean modifier to subtract 6. Oh, whoops. 8 subtract 6. You get some, I mean, yeah, obviously you get some rough Z fighting there. Okay, forget that. Boolean. All right, I mean, that seems all right. It needs some texturing, but I don't think that's going to be terrible. I think we're mostly just going to use just really cheap little materials. Barely put any effort into the materials on this. Some will be metal, some will be paint. What color would the plane be? Red. Not even a hard thing to consider. It's like obviously it's gonna be red. So red, it's gonna be painted red. Because that's what color you paint a plane. Red planes go faster. Simple as. We can throw some decals on it if we want. And then a new texture for metal. Just the metal material. A metal plane. Oops. And then this one can be... Red rings go faster. Orange. Why not? And then this needs a individual face set up here for the interior of the wheels. Go. Assign that. Ah, here we go. Assign that. Wonderful. And then this can be kind of more dark, non-metallic, very matte texture. Plain. It's just crazy enough to work. A horseshoe decal. Right? Right. horseshoe decal. All right. Export that. Dabbletails art, Blender, outdoor decor, plane. We'll put that under flight minigame. There we go. 3D scene. Plop it in. That's not bad. Of course. Bump. Thank you, GQ. All right, horseshoe. Painted horseshoe. What color is the horseshoe? Blue? Mouse painting. Can decals use modulate? Hang on. I need to look at this balloon. Parameters modulate. Okay, yes. Good. Well, in that case, turn this white so I can recolor it without opening up the file. Horseshoe. 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 This does need to be editable, so I'm going to need to turn the propeller around. Let's see here. Ah, there it is. There it is. Looks good to me. Oh. I think we just stumbled upon the map issue. I think I just figured it out. We need to go to back B. This has been bugging me for long. This little notch here has been bugging me for so long. And I think it's because it's just not thick enough of a decal. Huh. That might fix it. Wait, hang on. It's still there a little bit. I think that's what it was. But now you got to worry about the visual instance layer stuff. Which, you know what? That's for another time. We'll worry about that another time. Okay, cool. Playing. Animation player. Fly. Oh gosh, good luck. It is cube 8 and 9. They're not centered on what I think they would be centered on. And I can't move them out, can I? Because they're an inherited thingy. Can I copy them? Yes. So we could hide them here. Prop. Boom, and now we just have to animate prop. Now here's the next question. Which way is it supposed to spin? Like, I had in mind which way it spins. Which is down on the right. So that's going negative. All right. Very, very funny. Very funny. There we go. Well, make that like significantly faster, of course, or just multiply that by 5 there. Good enough for me. Okay, okay, stop, stop. Jungle Flight minigame. Put in the actual plane, please. Instead of this mesh here. It's facing the wrong way. Well, that's easy to fix, though. We just rotate it around. We'll figure out the exact tilt and position and everything we want here in a bit. Okay, let's see how it looks. And then we're gonna rate out. Okay, obviously it's too big. It's way too big for what it is. That's better. It's too large. Also, it's like slightly off. Yeah, see, so here's a problem. The hitbox on this is going to be very wide. So you're going to have to actively avoid things left to right. Which, you know what? Maybe that's not bad. Maybe that's not bad. All right, we're gonna change the edges here, how far over to the side you're allowed to go, because that's a little bit much. And that's silly looking. Yeah, we'll increase the collision box size to match the wings. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, because then that way we don't have to have the obstacles very close to the center. They can still be pretty far off to the side and still be a threat, which I think is good. Maybe the tilt should not apply to which direction you are wanting to go, but instead which direction you are actually going. Because right now, once you level out at the bottom, you're still like tilting more, and that's probably not appropriate. So let's add that to the to-do list. Tilt should match actual movement, not just input direction. Need to update hitbox to plane size. Initial position looks off center. I'm not sure if there's something going on with, like, maybe the camera is the one that's off center. All right. That was good. That was a lot. That was a lot. Okay. Oh, everybody's on. D's in Moss Home. Moss Grotto. That's brave. That's brave to be doing a spoiler-free stream after everyone has already played it. I think we're gonna go see Small. Oh, I thought he was building, but he's not. He's playing. Oh, come on now. He's back in the building, not in the process of building game, but in the in the game that is a building, I guess. We rated Photon last time. Solid progress, I think so. Oh, I guess we'll... Rating D would be dangerous. No one's allowed to help. I can't risk that. We'll go hang out with Small. I've decided. It's Small. Buffering has been fixed. Well, that's good. Did they... Let's see. Did they ever mark anything on the Twitch status thing? No incidents reported, apparently. So I guess it wasn't big enough to warrant it being called an incident. All right. We're going to go over to Small and watch him play video games. Hey, Dragonfire. Thank you all for hanging out. This was fun. Good ideas by all. Next stream will probably be Sunday night. Got to keep working on this minigame. That was a big chunk of the functionality. It needs actual content now of like, okay, now we got to hit the things and we need to track score and make little pop sounds, and there needs to be a plane noise. There's a lot to it. And then I need more balloons to pop. Absolutely, Willow. Everyone, have a wonderful time at Small Stream. I'll see you over there. Bye. Where's the... There.